Boom. Safala, Daniil, Maddox, Sneaky. Hello, hello. Let me change this here to public. Boom, bonk. And start. What's up, hello? Welcome. CSS configuration scripting language. Exactly. Exactly. Why, hello there. It didn't play, though. It didn't play. Why didn't it play? That's surprising. Hello? Hello there.
Hello there.
There we go. Please, bro. Come on, bro. Just a little more CSS. Just feel a little salty. Solves. Dan, so pretty exciting stuff. We've no notes. I gotta shorten down my intro a bit. Is it possible to have it shorter? Yeah. You can do it as short as you want. Hello, Arcane. Sammy, welcome everybody. Okay, so Noodle. All right, so basically where we're at here. Oh, I should probably send a tweet to Reno. Yup. More Failwind and Vim. Importing style sheets. Oops, style sheets today. Okay. I don't know what is going on with. We'll just close like all these. Beep, 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 beep. We don't need any of these today. I don't think anymore. Bonk and bonk. Okay, awesome. I just watched the prequels again. It was the anti-cheese edit. The guy took out most of the cringe. Oh, that's actually pretty smart. MV. Purged. The Purge. That's actually a pretty smart idea. You know, just like delete all the Jar Jar scenes. And the prequels probably felt pretty amazing. I do have to say, I like the prequels a lot more after seeing 6 or 7, 8, 9. The prequels have a soft spot in my heart. I'm just not that upset at them anymore. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's whatever. At least it was Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? When I said okay, I'm in plain Vim. You mean not Neo Vim? Arcane? What do you mean? Okay, so I was looking, CPU usage down. Yeah, I don't know what just happened, but it's fine. Chat, so I tried to make something here. Check this out. New Grug dropped. Tell me about CSS imports. Look at this. So much less yapping. So much less yapping. I made my own Jippity thing where I just typed in a bunch of stuff like from Grug dev. Grug only answer question. Grug no yap. Grug very smart. Thinks through answer, so few words required. Does not yap. Is very experienced programmers. Knows juniors use many word when few words do trick. Oh my goodness, dude. And it actually works so well. Unironically, it works so well now. Right. It doesn't tell me what is CSS, who is CSS. I was thinking about just uploading. Is it just grug.dev? Grug brain dev. Of uploading like literally this whole page. You know what I'm saying? Like just uploading this whole thing into it. But it's actually so good. I load vimconf to nvim. Do I need to install plugin? Okay, Mossblade and Merlin are both in path, but it still doesn't work. I load vimconf to nvim. You need to set up LSP somehow, Arcane. I don't know what you're saying at all. But it works so good. Grug only answer question. Grug no yap. Grug very smart. Think through answer. So few words required. Like tell me all the info about import statements in CSS. Show some examples. Give direct links for source. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually so good. Look at... You sure the Grug config? Grug, why Adobe bad company? Then the last 2 times I've done this, it's given real links to actual specs. What? Actually useful? You know what I mean? Is this not crazy? Did I just break AI? It's useful now? Grug smart. Grug use few words. Let's make it just a ton of links to Grug Ring that are just redirect. So anyways, have you tried the built-in one on Brave? I haven't yet. Grug is Kevin. I was literally channeling my inner Kevin on this one, and it worked great. Is this not exactly the answer that you want to do? Bridge plugin between my buffer and Merlin. Arcane, you should watch the video on my channel about Kickstart. It shows you how to attach LSP. There's way too much to just like explain everything, but your NeoVim needs to do things about it. I'll make a telescope interface for this. Smart. I'll play a little bit more with doing the Grug. A friend forced me to use Signal instead of XMPP. I like Signal. All right, so I wanted to try and do imports today. I like how the built-in one can sell others content with Patreon. Oh, that is cool. Warrior, what's up? So I will be a configure NeoVim with JavaScript. That's already possible to do. So I want to be able to do something like this. So let's decide what this would look like, chat. At import, and we need to be able to do a URL here, right? So import URL or a string, layer, blah, blah, blah. Right? Oh, can you... Wait, you can say a layer? Layer name. What does that mean? Can I say only do supports display grid screen? Interesting. Can we make it so that we... Wait a second, chat. Hodl? Why did this stop playing? Why did this stop playing? I don't know. Something I think is wrong with my... Did something crash here? Huh, I don't know. Gonna be front end dev for sure. I think we should do this. Is this not hilarious? Because can we do something like... I was wondering if we can make it so it only imports certain things, right? I wonder if you make enough articles with ChatGPT as source if you start quoting yourself as source. Yes, it certainly will. It won't have any problem with that. Wait, it says that this is legal CSS though, but it doesn't know how to do this. It doesn't know how to do this. It says that this is a lie. Like import statement call, blah, blah, blah. Can I put anything after here? At support. The CSS thing just doesn't know how to handle this, I guess. Which CSS parser are you using? It's just tree sitter, yep. Lets you customize chat like this. I'm unfamiliar with ChatGPT. It's just like make your own GPT. You just go here and you say my GPTs. You just add one. And then I think it basically just puts it in the prompt every time. In the anti-cheese Phantom S, there is no mention of midichlorians. Ooh, even better. Nice. Okay, so apparently that doesn't support all the things. Support a condition or media query list. Media query list. What does that look like? Yeah, it seems like it doesn't. It seems like Tree Sitter doesn't have it, which is fine. It's not a huge deal. The only thing I was thinking that would be kind of cool would be like, let's say you do options like this, right? This works. Can I do options.number? I don't know. I'm trying to say like, okay, so right now, right, you could do options. This means you could import, let's say we've got something like you know, TJ DeVries / kickstart.css, like this, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, this part we can do whatever we want, but what if we like only imported the options from this? You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, what are the queries that I can do here? And plugins. See, that's like, this is pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? Okay, something is going wrong with... What is going wrong here? Why is this... I'll just restart this whole thing. I'll just restart the whole thing and see if this is better. What was the command for intro? Theme song. I don't know. Okay. So we could do something like this, which is pretty funny. I don't know if I want to support all of this. But I'm trying to say, what are my... But I can't do... It doesn't know how to do supports, it looks like, right?
Ocaml is actually my favorite.
It doesn't know how to do that. That's a shame. Hey, thanks, minions. 6 months. Appreciate that. Keyword query. Okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't work either, because that's like a... That's very weird. It thinks that this is something else here. Yeah. And it doesn't know how to do this either. That's... 'Tis a shame, chat. Yeah, I remember the layer would be what you want, but you have to make named layers in your CSS file. Well, we can do whatever we want. We can say that it's layers, but do something different. You know what I mean?
Hello.
It's like, because I'm kind of wondering if I can do plugin and then like telescope. You know what I mean? Okay, so we can do this. What about this? Right? So we say, okay, I want to import this. So then we could say nvim telescope / telescope nvim, like this, right? Okay, so now... It just installs and configures telescope from someone else's config. Right? So then you would do like oil nvim like this. We could go... Did I call it plug-in or plugins? Plugins. Okay, so it would be plugins, and you could do like this, right? Oh, we already have the plugin manager part working. That part's no problem. We already are installing plugins. Call me Oppenheimer, chat. Chat, I am so disappointed. Prime ratioed me so hard. I mean, he did. It's like a quote tweet, so it's not a true ratio, but he still ratioed me so hard on this. I know. I should have known it was gonna happen too. He got you good. I know. Well, he did the same thing for the original one, but I think a lot of people also don't know that this is a parody, because the first one didn't get that big of a reach comparatively, so I don't know. 'Tis a shame. Also, the amount of people that did not see Man's Best Friend here hurts me deeply. What's the original? Man clearly doesn't know how to hold a cigarette. That's also true. I've never smoked in my life, so I don't know what to do. So that's the original. You guys see? Like this is what we like to call a parody. $1.2 million reach. For how much? For calling yourself Oppenheimer unironically, it should get more than 1 million reach. Just saying. If you actually think you're Oppenheimer, you should be getting way more than 1 million reach, which he did on his original friend post. Both ideas are equally despicable. Exactly. Okay, so I'm thinking, the thing is, I don't even know that guy made that post. I was real confused. Oh, that makes sense, Dan. So, okay, so now we can do this. If he was, he would. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So this would let you import someone else's config. Right? To be fair, I'm real confused like 80% of the time. Yeah. We know. We know, Dan. Okay? We know.
Nice.
Why do we need CSS? We don't. And it's VS Code, by the way. Come on, Warrior. You know that. We're making this for fun. Have you any idea how to set up correctly? I was going to C#. Omni Sharp? Yeah, I don't know. I'm a legend and a menace. Because then you should also be able to do this, right? And you could just do options. So this imports option configuration from this repo. Next config will be JSON. I didn't know I can keep being here if the language is going to be out of chain. That's what I'm saying. Should we also censor VS Codium? You can say VS Codium. But you're like a max 1 or 2 per day. As long as I got to drive Chicago, I need... Oh, sorry, Dan. I have to leave in 2.5 hours. So I don't know if that's long or short for you. But it is a pretty boring drive in Wisconsin. I used to drive that way a lot. From Michigan to Madison, where we used to leave. We used to live. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's audiobook. True, that's a good point. Imports the plugin configuration for the following plugins. Okay, so this is a must-have, chat. I think if we can get this working, this is hilarious. Right, so we should clone this repo. Right, we clone this repo. We'll need something to make them all update, I guess. And then we'll find their init.css file. Right? And then we load their CSS file. And then we evaluate it into this current setup, right? So it'd be like, right? Is that not hilarious? Maybe just direct link. But if I do, let's say I say like config envim. If I do this and then we do raw, how can I get this raw? Raw. What if they're init CSS refs up the repo? Exactly. Your binary is going to use computer to fetch into the interwebs? Sure is. Sure is. What are the init CSS for each plugin? What do you mean, what are the init CSS for each plugin? They would be whatever is configured in this repo. Do you use CSS variables? That's the other thing that we needed to do. I forgot about that part. We do need to do that part still too. To do CSS variables. I was reading about that earlier. C#. Nice. Okay, very cool. Are you using OCaml to build this? No, I'm not. Just Lua. Build transitions and animations. I don't know what we would do with them. If we can think of a good idea, then we would do it. Does this work? At import URL something another thing. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Okay, so this can only be one feature query, and then you have to have something here. So it only work for top level things. So you could just only do like key maps, and then I don't really know. I was actually listening to part 40.3 today, restarting to learn more about Augment. Oh, nice. Tweened? I don't know what that is. All right, so let's see if we can get just this option going here, right? So what would this look like? We would look for something in import statement. It should have... I don't think we need the URL. It should just be string value. Here is fine. And then some keyword query. I don't know what we could do with important yet, but it just seems funny because important's the only thing I know about CSS. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I think you guys are right. I think we should be able to go... So we need to say something like main init.css, like this, right? Like this kind of idea. Or you could do this. Can URL have more than one? I guess it doesn't really matter, right? I can say URL. Can I go like this and then say init CSS? Okay, so we can do this. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. And this will just like maybe default to init.css. All right, so let's make this. Let's make this repo. Let's make this repo. Kickstart.css. Kickstart nvim alternative written in pure CSS. Requires failwin.nvim. What a phrase, chat. What a phrase. Do I already have this? What? Oh, I have. Okay, yeah. We'll do you can do the whole URL as well if you want. It's fine. Okay, so let's go nvim. Let's open up nvim here. Let's go init CSS. So let's do something like oil. Okay, so something like this. We would have this. Fix Kickstart GitHub repo. What is wrong with it? Fine, someone has been saying that for the past few days, so we'll just check. Config Kickstart. Git log. It's recent, okay. I don't have any errors when I open it. An update lazy, maybe? Maybe something happened here where it was breaking. I don't know. I'm not getting any errors. Kickstart Endem. Endem 10.1. Is that even a supported version anymore? What are the released ones? I literally just did. You got to say the version. What's the latest stable release? 10.1. Okay. I can try with Envim 10. So annoying to do this with different versions. I'm gonna call feel add. Because, like, when I open it, it works just fine. So, I don't know. Okay, well, I'm not going to fix it right now, then. Important should be for namespace, maybe. Works on my machine. I'll fix it. I mean, I can fix it later, maybe. Init example plugin configuration. Okay. All right, so that should hopefully now have this init CSS. Great. Okay. So completely ignore the line is written on. Just do the opposite of what it usually does. That's pretty funny. Okay, so what I want to try and do now is I want to do something like this. I want to include oil Envim here. Like this. And this should be from this repo. So what's the easiest way for me to do this? Let's go import Lua. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's go local import directory is vim fn standard path failwind import, something like this. Make dir here. And vim 10.0. That's not a supported version. You need to update to the latest stable or nightly. Bram. Yep. Standard path data failwind imports. Okay, so let's go local. Let's go import. Clone. Git repository. Function name and name end. Okay, so let's go if vim uv fs stat of local make repo name function name and return vim fs join path import directory name local dir. Oops. Dir is make repo directory name. Dir, then return end. Print missing name. Import git repository tj debris kickstart.css. Okay. That should be nothing. Awesome. What is this gets vim fn standard path data. That's your data directory, and then this concats this string. This says make a failwind imports directory. So get the data directory, concat this. Then we're gonna make sure we have this directory. All right. So vim system git clone name -o, or you can just do directory, right? What? Vim system. What is this doing? Oh, this isn't a repo, right? If name, if not Vim starts with HTTP, then and name is, there we go. Oh, this is bad. Let's do let's say class failwin dot import spec, something like this. Field name string field repo string. Okay. So let's go like this. Name is this. Repo is HTTPS, GitHub, com, yep. TJ DeVries, kickstart.css. File is init.css. Field file string. Okay. Spec is failwin.import spec. Okay, so this would be spec dot. Let's change this to spec. Oh, we don't need to do this anymore because we'll just add this here. At field dir string. Dir is actually, maybe we do want this. We'll just say with name though. Name, string, get the repo directory path. We can say dir is make repo directory here. Okay. So then we don't need to do this anymore because this should have spec.dir. We don't need this anymore. Spec.name. Spec.repo. Spec.dir. Okay, awesome. Why using Vim starts with if you have string starts with? There is no string starts with? That would be why. Doesn't support VS Kickstarts. Oh no. How do I install CSS? Sorry, I'm new. Ask chat Jippity. Closed. Boom. All right. So now we have this repo. So that's good. Oh, right. This is why I'm not seeing anything. Local job is this. Job wait. Job. Like this. So if I go to term, we go cd local share and failwind imports. We can do rm kickstart. Yeah, let's change this as well to name g sub slash with like this. Oh my goodness, I didn't print this. That's why I'm just not doing that at all. Beautiful. Okay, so that means this will fit. This installing CSS is crazy. Return job.code is 0. Is it not code? Okay, sweet. So now we should be able to do this. This gets us a repository. True. Okay. So if we now we have this file, right? Should we say something like spec? Whoops. Local spec is this. Spec. Great. Okay, so now we have our repository. I've been using 10.0, but it's an old version of Kickstarter I've been maintaining. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Very cool, Ars. It's probably just because some plugin got updated and used something that doesn't exist.
Bam! Getting those huge airs and just having a
Oh,
blast.
Stu, about marimbas? Yes, I saw it on my phone, but then I never replied. I didn't watch the video yet, though. Import.get file function spec end. Tailwind.import spec. Okay. Local Kickstart 1 CSS. What? What? Why would what? Why would there be a 1 there? Oh shoot. Stupid G sub, dude. All right. I'd much prefer learning Marimba. Marimba's great, dude. Okay, so now we have the file. So let's do vim fn read file. That's fine. Can't open this file. It's not there. Local share and vim. Failwind imports Kickstart CSS. Oh, right. That makes sense. Awesome. So we read the file now. So we have the really simple version of this, which is we can just read the file like this. So then the question becomes, okay, sure. Option number 1 is we just replace the import statement into the init CSS, right? So if we go back to, we go here, whoops. We go here, right? Where when you see this, it just literally replaces this in here and puts the text here. That would probably work. That might be the simplest option because then we can just walk through this once afterwards. So let's see if we can make that happen, right? So in the first one, we'll just put the whole file in. What's up, yogurt? So I'm going to take this and just delete oil nvim. And if I go back to my nvim CSS or CSS nvim, am I not in? Oh, cd.config CSS nvim. Okay. Nvim app this. Okay. So now I think I do not have oil installed. Option number 2 is we evaluate these files into some sort of structure and then apply them to this structure afterwards. And we sort of like fold them back. I don't know which one is going to make more sense, so we'll just have to see which way pays out. Pros, cons. You could sort of see what you're importing separately with the like folding method. I think they should be equivalent, but I'm not sure. So we'll find out. So when we go to our main Failwind file here, we need to write ourselves yield import here, we need to write, so we can comment these for a sec. Import dot evaluate, something like this. Function, and we should have parser source node and return. Right now, let's just return this back here. Like this. This returns a failwind import spec list. TS parser string TS node. Okay. Get the specs from a file. Okay. So this is fine, right? So this is what it should do at the start. So this would be something like, ooh, we need a corresponding. They need to also have like a map from a node to here. Looking greatly in my developments, Dev, I'm grateful. Hey, thanks, Eris. I appreciate that. Do you think oil is worth trying? It just depends if you're doing a lot of file system operations, Eris. If you're not, I don't think so. I think netrw works fine. Oil to USA and Vim. Well, we don't have the oil. We would have to call it some other country that we would go to, Dan. Right. That would be made by George W. Bush. The real nice things about Eris are you can edit file names like a Vim buffer. Right, we're going to take over the repo. Exactly. Hostile takeover. Okay, so this doesn't quite work because we need to get the import statement that we're going to do, right? So this should actually be something like a table of nodes to this, I feel like. Because what do we want to do? We're here, right? We get something like inspect tree. I guess all we would need to do is just put this right after this. The import statements do nothing, right? So it's like what we would want to have happen is that the git kickstart CSS. What we would want is this just gets pasted right here, basically. And what should happen then is if I open this and I do this, now oil is working. Okay. So this is our goal. So it should be that we can go do something like just prepending these to the top of the file, like of the source, and that would be it. Okay, let's just try that. That seems actually pretty easy. So let's go ahead and go back to our Failwind here. The first thing we need to do, evaluate. We kind of need to do this recursively in case there's more inputs, but we're not gonna do that right now. We'll just do this one time to get the first one, and then we'll see what happens, right? So this is local imports is require failwind.import evaluate parser text node here. So this should be here. And then what we want to do is we want to say for import in pair imports do imports dot get file import local contents is this. Actually, let's call this read. Return table concat this, not this. Those people. When are we getting XML next? Soon. I'll not be shamed by Vim Jedis for wanting to use a file tree. People that don't like file trees are weirdos. Well, color me a weirdo, chats. So we want to do something like Vim tree sitter dot. Oh, because this part's a little bit goofy. Because we need to do something like parser parse. Only one who's mini files. Mini files seems cool. Oil Envim isn't a file tree. There's no tree in it at all. That was loud? Okay, I'll turn that down a little. Semantics. No, it's like literally the words. It's kind of like they make a difference, you know? Vim language tree. Oh, it's Vim. Vim dot tree sitter language tree. Okay.
If you want entertainment, go and watch clowns.
TS tree to parameter TS node. Just bytes on a computer. Exactly. Everything is just semantics when you really think about it. It's one way of thinking about it for sure. So if we get these content, I actually don't know what I need to do to. I mean, the first option would be something like we just say text equals contents text like this, and then we just do the same thing that we did last time here. We say update parser and root node.
The missile knows where it is at all times.
I don't know, something like this.
It knows this because it knows where it isn't.
It's true. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's try though. Okay, so I open this up again. Attempt to call field get file. I didn't call it get file. What did I call it now? Import. I called it read. That makes sense. It's a good name for it. In traceback here, fail when init Lua while calling trunk can't open file. CSS. What? Oh, it's in the wrong spot. Oh, it's in the wrong spot. We should probably do something like if not import get repository, then error unable to clone repository. End. It actually works. That's really funny. Disagree because the point is the interaction context. No, it's not though. When I say I don't think a file tree is good, it's when people do this the whole time. They just say like, oh, I've got to have this thing over here and it's got to have like 80 different levels and it takes up like 40 columns of my screen real estate and the only way I navigate around is like clicking inside of it and other stuff like this. That's a file tree. This isn't a file tree. Like, they're not the same thing at all. Okay, so this worked, chat. In case you couldn't tell, this got this file from Kickstart CSS, opened up this file, and just put the whole thing inside. Now, we don't have the filtering part yet, but that's working. So, like, now when I edit this, it'll turn on. So, if we did something like, let's do another plugin that, let's do another one that I have something that's like quite simple. Oh, we can just do like a color scheme. Kanagawa. Floating file tree when I need it. Yeah. Apply that logic to what is the other way to now apply that logic to what is the other way to interact with a directory. What are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. So far your arguments have made no sense. Okay, so if we go to here and we just say something like repo, like this, did I need to do anything if we just are gonna do... I think we just did something like this. Or did I have it so if you could just have plugins with a... That's a good question. Plugins. Repo. Okay, so this is just empty repo, so that's fine. Okay. So now, if I go ahead and we go back to git kickstart CSS. Yep. Git add init, git commit m, add Kanagawa as an example, git push. And so then I do need to add a way for this to update these. I don't have a way to do that yet. That part's kind of annoying. So let's instead just go term local share CSS and Vim Tailwind imports rm. Okay. So now this should... Did I push this? I did. Okay, so when I open this, I should be... It got it right away. Color scheme, Kanagawa. Oh my goodness. It's working. Oh, it's working. Is there a way to take a look at the effective init Lua file's contents after all the imports have been evaluated?
Okay,
well,
well,
it's still... It
actually
never
my
turns
favorite.
into a Lua file, right? Yo, Jonathan. Hey, thanks. 10 months. What would you need a file tree except for looking at files when you don't know in which directory they're in? Where there is FCF or Telescope? I don't know what you're saying. Did we beat CSS? We did. We just imported this CSS file into another one. And it takes the configuration that you had from that one into the new one. Right? So this is in a separate repo. And then to include it in your repo, you just say import this, and then it works. We need to do a little bit more parsing and some stuff to make this a little bit more generic, but that'll work just fine. And then it needs to do this. Chat. Come on. That's crazy. So you could just import other people's configuration. Inside of your own. You know what I'm saying? You just say like, oh, I liked how TJ set up oil. You just put this here. Oh, that's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Okay. So now we need to do this. We need to do this part here. So let's sort the rest of these out. We'll have to write a few queries. That's okay. And then we'll sort out where we are at. So the first one is, was quite interesting. What do you use parse it? Tree sitter. Okay, so we need to do these two items here first as well. So we haven't quite done that part yet, but like the concept is definitely working. So let's go ahead and write ourselves something here where we have import statement. And then we should have, we can have either a call expression. I don't care about the, we'll say function name, and then we'll say arguments, and we'll say string value, and this is at URL, so that's good. We need to also handle at import TJ DeVries kickstart.css like this. So this doesn't do this yet, so that's fine. We can go here and we can say just a string value at URL. Okay, so that's good, but we need this to be just the parent here. And then this is, we can also say string value file. No, it's this goes here. That's fine. This should still match these other ones. People say that VS is good enough when they can't configure in CSS. That's what I'm saying. They're stuck in JSON. JSON? More like JS off, CSS on. Okay, so this gets us the URL and optionally a file if it exists. That's great. Who is Jason and why is everyone using him in their projects? Excellent question. Why is this so good? I don't know. It's actually kind of turning out good, which is a little bit hilarious. Is it not a little bit hilarious, chat? I think it's a little bit hilarious, at least. Okay, so let's take this. Let's go local import query vim tree sitter query parse CSS. All right, so that's import statement. So now we should be able to have import query here. That's great. So to evaluate this, what do we need to do? We need to say local URL IDX is get this. Local what is it called again? Get capture IDX. Okay. Last week's stream, your Vim 9 script with Rust and your YouTube plugin inspired me a lot. And I'm in the make my own plugin. Oh, nice, Bastian. Very cool. An audio listener in Rust that turns your Vim into the opposite of Zen mode. Oh, cool. Nice. That's very cool. Hey, thank you for the Prime sub. I suddenly want to replace all my YAML and JSON config files with CSS, but it would be so much effort. It certainly would be a lot of effort. Me attempted to stop Teach from completing this project. Kaylene and I just watched the latest Jurassic, I don't remember, World? What are they on these days, Jurassic World? It was alright. It wasn't as good as some of the earlier Jurassic World ones. Everyone turned into an action hero, which I think is kind of lame. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody should be an action hero in the movie. More people need to get eaten, number one, true. And number two, like the main lady, I don't remember her name. The one who's not Chris Pratt. It doesn't make sense that she turns into a superhero. You know what I mean? Like she was she was a papers lady. It doesn't make sense in between the movies she becomes a super driver. Not like an actual superhero. I'm just saying like she's one of the action heroes in the last one. You know what I mean? Like she's driving a car and doing a bunch of stunts and stuff, and it like doesn't make any sense. Because you're like, that's not who her character is. That doesn't make any sense. Suddenly she's outrunning a dinosaur. And you're like, okay. I'm willing to believe that we reconstructed dinosaurs from their mostly dead DNA. But you're telling me she's outrunning a dinosaur? I've lost my disbelief, you know? Even so, there's a line even from me, Chad, okay? Siege would not outrun a dinosaur. I would not. You are correct.
What happens when life breaks down? God himself puts his arms around you. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Oh, right. Right. This doesn't make any sense. Do. Can I do this? Or is it like this? There we go. How's your focus? Oh, it's strong today. Average human running speed, not 8 miles per hour. Average speed of chicken, 9. Human chickens are just trash rhinos. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't even make sense. I'm with CSS. Yeah, but it's working. So obviously it's not too crazy. The debuggers was VS Code. I'm reading some tests. Other people had set up. Is someone asking about debuggers? I don't know. Is text underlined the same color as the warning errors? So the text underlined the same color as the warning slash error so far. True. It looks good. Looks good. Okay, so now we've got each of these, right? So what do we need to do? To make a spec, we need to say something like, okay, so we say local specs is this, and then we can go table insert specs would be import.make spec from a URL. This is just get text of this, and oh no, because this could be, this also needs to be eval CSS value, source. Oh, whoops, this needs to go here, parser, this and this. Okay. So this needs to be URL and file, because that's all that we have here. So this should work. And then we should do this. Okay, so we should go import.make spec here and return makes an import spec string failwin.import spec which is name local name if bim dot starts with if not this, let's just do local spec, and we can go and spec.name is URL, spec.url is github.com here. Yep. Spec. And then spec.file is file, and spec.dir is this from spec.name. Else this can go here and this can go here. Error, didn't write links yet. Okay, that's fine. What are the rules? Allegedly topped out 40 miles per hour. That's what I'm saying, Nightshade. She outruns like some crazy Velociraptor thing. Oh, nice. What's up, Pepsin? URL. This should just be. Yeah, this is fine. Whatever. I'll just do this again. Okay. So now we have these, and then we should be able to return specs. That's great. So now this will probably do a bunch of these because it's not working. So let's comment these out for a sec. And let's just go ahead and go back to our Failwind. Mona Lisa. I've seen it, yeah. Print imports. This should just be here. This one's good, and it's CSS name, and this wonderful. let's try and see what happens if we do all of these other ones. We should see like 3 specs right now on its CSS. If we do something like nested / this should, I think this will break because it's not going to be able to read this, but that's fine. We did get our nested init file right there. Great. Where did the dinosaurs conversation come from? Nightshade linked a thing from Jurassic Park about them asking whether they could, not whether they should, and then I was talking about how I had watched the recent Jurassic World one, and then how it didn't make any sense because everybody turned into someone who could somehow dodge all of the dinos, which didn't make really, that just didn't seem very reasonable. Didn't seem very reasonable. I can't do something like, can I do this? Is this an error? Yeah, that's what I figured. I can compare this project to Jurassic Park. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Okay, so now let's try and do like that. Teach should not complete it. I can't be stopped. Options. Let's try and do something like relative. Let's do scroll. What's an option that I don't have inside of here? We'll just remove this one for a sec. Scroll off 35. Okay. Oh, this isn't gonna open this though. I should just be editing the one. Local share CSS envim here. This one, right, this one here. So let's try options. And let's say scroll off 35, something like this. So this right now still opens up oil. So what we need to do now is we need to say, if we have something like this keyword query should filter out anything that happens. What does this one look like? Feature query. This one is also, this is a keyword query versus feature query. Okay, so we need to handle both of those, which is fine. So let's go ahead and do in our import. So we need to write something that can match either of these. So that's fine as well, because we should be able to say keyword query add keyword. That one won't match this, or it could be feature query add feature. Okay, so that's fine. So both of these are good ones to have. What happens if I have multiple of these? I think it doesn't work. Plugins, right? This will be an error. I could say and, but we're not really ready to evaluate all those. So let's not do that. Let's say you can only have one of them at a time. I don't suppose we can do this either. Keyword, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. Tailwind, the CSS queen it never was. Yes, it looks great, and it seems to work so well for configuration. We'll have to see. We will have to see. What up, Bisco? I tried watching Prime Guy, and he was terrible. Yeah, and probably didn't even say hi to you, would be my guess, Bisco. Right, that's what he's saying, Nightshade. He's disappointed. He saw Prime Right Code, and he lost faith in Netflix. He sold Netflix immediately. They hired this guy. He worked there for 10 years. Yeah. Short. All right, so let's do this. We'll change back to this query here.
Like,
Yoink.
OCaml is actually my favorite.
And we'll go inside of here and go here, and we'll paste that in. And we'll give that a little bit more indenting so we can see it. All right, so now we should have either a keyword or a feature. So that's good. We can go local keyword and
How
local
would you say
feature.
your mental focus is?
Oh, it's focused.
Local keyword is match if keyword node, then end. Let's say local filter is nothing. We'll say filter is get text here from keyword node source, something like this. And we'll say filter like this. Filter. And let's say spec.filter is filter. Okay. I don't have a good way of doing anything with this yet, but that's what we're going to try and do. So this should have a filter with options now. Oh, wonderful. I'm very focused today, Bisco. Very focused. Pepsin, hey, thanks for the prime. If I get back into MTG for what's meta? Oh, no. Oh, no. Magic the Gathering. Don't do it, Nightshade. Have you used a bridge interface between Rust and Lua? I have before, yeah. Yeah, I have. There's mLua, which is pretty good. There's also NVIM Oxy, which is a direct thing between NeoVim and Rust. There's a few other options, too. mLua is very cool. Local feature node. A feature node
trying to throw shade at me.
Filter and okay, so these should both work then. Malua. It's a different one. It's a different one. Wait, shouldn't this have gotten feature? Why do I only get one of these? I think I should be getting two imports. Import statement. It could be a call expression, or it could be this, and then it could either be a keyword or a feature query. But it could be neither of these. Can I do this? Will this work? Okay, that works. That's cool. Because this one also still needs to get matched. Sweet. What up, Darcy? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Why would we only have one of these? Dir this, blah, 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 kickstart this, blah, 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 blah. I should definitely have two of these. Amount of CSS, it's too high. It's not too high. It's just right, chat. It's just right. Because this should be importing multiple of these. How could this only match one time? How can this only match one time? This is our init CSS for this. Okay. There we go. That's fine now. Okay, so we have this one and we have filter options. We don't have any filter. And then this one we have plugins. Okay. Excellent. All right, so this is the one that we want to handle first. Let's just try and do this one. So what should happen when we do this is right now we do have oil working. What should happen is if we have options here, we should only be importing their options. Right? We should only import their options. So what can we do? When we read this file, we can say something like here, read. Okay, we need to go back to our main Failwind one, and we need to do this dumb... Are we parsing the oil window? No. We're going to not import oil. So right now, I'm saying I want to import this basically configuration, but I only want the options. I only want the options. So if we do this, what we should do is we should open this file, and we should filter to only be getting this. And so it should not load oil into the config. That's what we're going to try. How do I center my config? It's still an open question. Nobody knows yet. So where did we do that like Unicode shenanigans here? Right, so this is... I need to do this whole dumb shenanigan right here, which is... which is text, read file name, utils, read file, return this. Okay, so that's the goofiness. Where do we have that Unicode? One Unicode. Okay, we have that right there. Is there any advantage to CSS for this, or are you just memeing? Yes, both. The memes are the advantage, of course. We also need just something like... Oh, actually, we don't want that to be a thing. Okay, that's fine. Oh, this is what we want to do. Fix stupid tree sitter brace lines. Okay. I think stars full throttle mean that somehow became usable. And your point? Your point? Okay, so let's go back to... I found Arch Linux this morning. Okay. CSS configuration is frighteningly good or terrible. We don't know. We have yet to know, chat. Full throttle meme is the point I understand now. Yep. But it's also kind of being good. So there's some aspects of it that are a little bit goofy. So we need to do this shenanigans again. These shenanigans here, which is text is utils dot fix stupid tree sitter table vim split text table concat this. Oh, doesn't this return? Oh, this returns a string. Okay. Okay, awesome. Next step, configure nvim in remarkable. Now that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Okay, so given this, where are we again now? We should be saying here, and we should be saying filter down to options, and this still works the way we don't want. Okay. When we go back to our import here, what are we going to need to do? Oh, maybe we can make this so we don't have to do this. We can make it so we don't have to do this. We can say local because we can say util.fix sorry chat, I'm trying to go fast. Fix the dumb problem in strings. Config written in natural English translated by LM to Lua. Now we're talking. Okay, so when we fix this here, so now we read this. The thing that we should be doing here though is we should be saying local text is this, right? So then we can say local parser is vim tree sitter get string parser for CSS, get a new parser for this. Now what do we want to do? We want to do something where we say we're going to take a style sheet. We're going to get all the rule sets where the tag selector equals this tag name. So let's just, we should be able to write a query that just does exactly this. We should be able to say style sheet. We should be able to say rule sets. We should say style selectors and then tag name and at tag. And this should just match this right here. So what we want to do is we want to take this here You say local find match. We'll say matching tags query. Vim tree sitter query parse CSS. Okay, so style sheet here, selectors, tag name, tag. Okay, so now we can do, yep, that's fine. So we can go for match in and we should have iter. No, I want, oh, this is actually fine. Yeah, we can do this, and we can say local tag IDX is get tag, local tag text, tag name, get text here, and then we want to say local resulting node matching nodes. If tag name equals spec.filter, then end. Table insert matching nodes. No, the whole match. So this should be at rule set. Yeah, that should be fine. We want to get this whole text and we'll just smush it all back into CSS at the end, right? So then this should be local rule set IDX is this. And we can say rule set IDX1, okay? And then once we have this, we can smush this back into the style sheet at the end. So this would be something like local. We could probably just actually get the text of this whole thing, which would be get text of this and text. Okay, so now we have these. We should be able to do return table concat matching nodes here. And this would be if spec.filter, then this, else return text. Okay, so that might work. Capture not found, tag and rule sets. Wait, no, what did it say? Calling chunk, fail when utils 9. Fail, utils 9. Get capture IDX. Oh, did I spell this wrong? Oh, I said rule underscore set, didn't I? Rule sets. Oh, shoot. Matching tags query. Okay. Capture not found. Utils 9. What? Which one's not found? Tag. Matching tags query. Tag. Matching tags query. Matching tags query. What? Did we do matching tags query elsewhere? What am I missing here? Capture not found, tag. Captures, tag, and rule sets. Those are both good. Why would tag not be found? Oh, I gotta say capture. Really? Oh my goodness. I was not paying enough attention, chat. Okay, so now if I do this. It works. It actually works. Okay. I'll show you what happened, chat. I'll show you what happened. Yeah, I'll show you what happened. Everyone said, do not fall for the clickbait. Well, hello. There's no clickbait. We're actually doing it. We're actually doing it. So here's what we just did. right here, we said what I want to do is I want to import from this repo, basically this CSS file, but I only want the options from this file, right? So if we look at the file, that looks like this and this. So we should see when we open this up, oops, 35. That's the value that we saw right there. But notice, color scheme, Kanagawa. That might be loaded because it's in the, it's not there. Nice, it's not loaded. Awesome. Yep. And if I go here, this is also not loaded. So it doesn't actually load these two plugins. They're installed currently, but not active because we haven't actually run them yet in this loading. Oh my goodness. So we did the first part already. We already can just say like, oh, I just want to import the options or the key maps or something like this, right? Like that's actually already working. You just say like, I want these. Okay, so then the next one, so if we comment this out and instead we do this line, right? And we go here and we open this up again, we'll be able to say, hey, look, now we have oil endem. It's not netrw anymore. It's oil now. So now it did the whole file, which means it did all of this together. And if we did this with plugins instead, like this, then we would not get the scroll off number. It's set to 0, not 35. So it's already filtering out just to the matching things that make sense. Which is like actually kind of cool. Like it's actually kind of cool. So the next thing we need to do though is I want to be able to do this, right? I want to import only this repo, right? I want to import only this repo. Okay. So right now this will, I think this is, it didn't load it because it doesn't know. All right. We didn't know what to do with feature queries yet. All right, so let's change this to, instead of doing this, we'll do @field filter. And let's instead change this to a function that gets past the... How do I want to do this? Because if we have a filter, what are we going to do? We get the matching tags and we get the rule sets. We should just pass... we should pass... Here's the tag. We don't need the tag. We do want to know the tag. Want to know the tag name? We pass it to here. We say spec.filter, and we're going to say something like tag name, and this is going to be the rule sets here. This is the whole rule set itself, right? And then we also need to pass the results. Right, we can say result. We'll change this to result. We'll say this should be results, and this should be results, right? What happens if you do table insert nil? Whoops. It just does nothing, right? Lua x is this. Table dot insert x nil equals x, just empty. Okay. Right, so we could actually just go table insert, and we can say results, and then just do this. And then we can say tag name is right here. So we'll get the tag name so we can know what we're doing, right? Which would be like, oh, did we get... Oh, we also do need to know... Ooh, we also need to see... Oh, we'll construct that when we make the filter. So here's our name. And here's the node, which is the whole rule set node itself. That's all of this. Actually, can we do rule set selectors? Well, I guess I don't know what it's going to be. It could be a feature query. It could be a feature name. We don't know. Oh, this is going to match this. Oh, right. It's going to match this whole rule set. Let's just match the block. Let's just match the block. That would be easier, actually. That would match the block. Rule set. Yep. And so we have this here. And then we can say block. And we can say at block. I don't think we actually need the rule set itself anymore. Rule set. We don't need this. We can just say block IDX. And this is block. And then we're going to pass the block. IDX. Boom. Have you completely lost it? Of course. Yes. Of course I have. Of course I have, chat. All right, so what are we going to do here? This is where we make the filter. When we make the spec, what are we going to do here? We get the filter. So here, we're going to do something like this. Function, tag name, and we'll say block. Oh, no, it would be nice. Return. End. Actually, let's do... Keyword is this. Keyword equals... if keyword tag name, then end. Then we actually want to do the whole... We want to include the whole rule set. Rule set. Rule set node block node. Okay. So when we go back to here and we have filter, this should be something that takes... it doesn't really matter right now. Spec.filter here where we're doing this. So we are going to do local rule set IDX. And then we'll say here we'll also match rule set IDX 1. Whoops. 1 like this. And we need to go back to our query. We'll also pass this whole rule set. Whoops. Rule set. Wow, I couldn't type that. You'll just import all the config from other people after he's done. Can't wait to rerun config in CSS. Yeah, you won't even have to rewrite it. You'll just import the parts of other people's config that you like. What was your origin for this project? Like, how did it come to you and what was your starting point? I actually wrote about that. Where are my articles here? This one right here. There you go. No, not compose. Whoops. I sent you the compose one. That won't work. I want to do view article. There you go. Now you can see it. This one right here. That's the actual article itself. Articles. Good point. I can cascade my configs. Exactly. Okay, so now when we have our filter equals, we say, okay, filter is some function. Then we're going to do return get text block. No, rule set node source. Ooh, rule set node source. Is this right? This is the original source. No, that's the wrong source. That's the wrong number. Source. Because this is the text that we need. Wrong number. Okay, I have no idea if this is gonna work. Let's go back to here and let's comment this out and let's go like this. Okay, right? So we have this and we say plugins. Wrong number of arguments to insert. Table.insert. Spec filter. What? Local filter equals return nil. Do I have to return something explicitly? Oh, that is goofy. Okay, so we did plugins. That's great. So now if we do this back and we do options and I open this up here, we should get beautiful. It's working. That's the wrong number. How do you navigate through matching words if you search words using /n? N moves you to the next one. Okay, awesome. So here's our keyword node. So now this one needs to be function, source, tag name, rule set, node, block node, end. Okay. So right now, if we have this, then for this one, we should do nothing. We won't load anything when I open this. And if I do echo scroll off, it's all set 0. Okay, so far nothing is getting added. We need to do plugins now. We need to do plugins like this. Okay, so feature query. If we have a feature query like this, right? Return goofy. So this is kind of what we're working with here, like this. What do we want to do? What do we want to do, chat? What do we want to do? We want to say, okay, if we have a feature name, grid value. Yep, so feature name and grid value. We have to do different stuff for each of these. This one's kind of difficult to do. Let's do import make feature filter. So let's go import make feature filter function, and we can do return okay, so this is what we need to solve here, right? So we should have something where we can query this, because I think this is the only one that we know how to do right now. So we'll just try and do this same shenanigan here. I don't know what besides plugins we would want to do. I guess key maps, you could try and grab all the normal ones. Actually, not Copilot, but yeah, that's fine. Let's say we wanted to do key maps and we just put normal here. Okay, so we can put plain values here. That's great. If I don't have can I just do this? Plain value, normal. Oh, we could also just do this. Oh my goodness. We don't even have to do a grid value. Oh my goodness, this is actually so cool. Let's try it without doing this, and we'll maybe put them into a list later. So you could do key maps, normal. We can do highlights as well. Okay, so we can do highlights. That'll be good. We could just pull people's highlights in and then override them. Enterprise, can I set up a Python virtual owner? Yeah, sure, why not? Just run all of the commands that you need. Yep. Okay, so let's try this. We have plugins, and then we have string values. Plugins, and then string values. Plugins, string values. Oh, I bet I can write a query. Oops. So if we're running from here, we should be able to go feature query string. Oh. Oh, we can just go like, yeah, okay, cool. Oh, this would work either way then, right? Oh my goodness, that's pretty hype. Okay, so we can do this. which this will get us all of the strings inside of a feature query, right? So this is like local feature query strings is vim tree sitter query parse CSS. Probably should have made something that does this a little bit better, but that's fine. Okay, so we can now do something like this where we say local string local arguments is this local string idx is this captures string. That's correct. I'm going to do for match here end. So we need something like, what are we going to pass to this? I don't want the whole file, right? All I want is the feature node. So I want to pass feature node, feature node, feature node, and then we also need the source text source. This is match source, in case this makes sense. Can I use important to mess with anyone? I don't know. That'd be pretty funny, Newt. That would be actually so funny. I'm cooking. How cascading are the style sheets? We're about to let you import other people's config. Such a wasted tailor.css. It's not wasted if we're all laughing / scared. Parser. You know. Parser. CSS insanity continues. String. Okay, so this is plugin basically, right? So now what do we want to do? We need to say, we need to do different things for different ones of these, right? So for plugins, we want to say, this would be for a feature query. This is the feature name. Feature name. Feature name. Feature name. Yeah, that's right. Let's change. Yeah, let's do this. Local feature name IDX is this. Local feature name is this. Yep, that's good. So now we want to do something like if feature name is plugins, then end. We're going to do this. Else error unsupported feature filter. Feature name. Okay, we don't know how to do this one yet. We should have banned CSS a long time ago. Now it's never, ever gonna be banned again. Never, ever gonna be banned again. Local matching. We could do like this. We could actually make the query right here. We could generate the query. Local matching. I'm 18, taking initial coding before college for future game dev career in mind. Maybe C#. I think a lot of people write C# and do game dev. I don't know. I'm not a game dev guy, though. You should try lots of different coding languages to give you lots of new things to think about, though. Okay, so then let's go ahead and do arguments. Table insert arguments here, like this. Use tmux or any other multiplexer? I do not. So how would we do this? What we want to do is we want to then find everything that has this. So we need to write a new query that looks like this, where we say, where we go like this, and we say, rule set, selectors, tag name is tag equals @tag plugins, right? So that should just be this one. Great. And what else do we want to do? We want to say rule set. Oh. Right. So then we need to do inside of here, we have another rule set. Oh, inside of a block. Right. Block. We have another rule set. Here we have selectors. Here we have sudo class sudo class selector class name @class sudo class selector. This one. Oh, but this isn't. Oh, right. With a arguments string value class. Okay. Equals @class tpope vim sleuth. But I have a feeling this won't work because this actually needs to be like this, right? How do I escape inside of here? Oops.
How
I
would
spelled
you say your
T-Pope
mental
wrong again.
focus is?
T-pop.
Oh, it's focused.
Sudo.
How
Focus.
would you say your mental focus is? Oh, it's focused.
Started using Odin. I might try it soon because I think me and Prime are going to interview Ginger Bill at some point. Question for you, my master. I have a chance to try Helix. I'm not like it. Notice it works faster than especially FCF. Like, why is it slower? Telescope is not the fastest fuzzy finder in the world. That's why. I mean, Telescope, they don't use Telescope in Helix, right? They have something different. Helix? Okay, so we need to do this. We need to get this match right here. We need to get this match right here. Right? So we want to do exactly this. Now that right there, my friends, that is that's a query right there. Local plugin query match. All right. So then we need to do something here. We need to say this needs to be %s, and then this needs to be %s as well. Format plugin query string, something like this, right? Thought only C# only relevant for Unity. Yeah, I'm just saying people write C# in this tree, right? I don't know. What's up, Maniac? Okay, so we need to say tag and class, right? So tag and class. Well, this is only for plugins anyway, so this should just be plugins. So here, we could go like this. Oh, we can actually just say this, I think. I think that might work. We'll have to test it. We'll test it out, chat, okay? So then we want to do this. We get the CSS value for these, right? We get the CSS value. These plain value is string. So now we have our feature name for plugins. Yep. And then what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? This is the tricky part. We need to match. We need to get this whole rule set here. This whole rule set. So this one right here. No, not this one. This one should be, which one? Here. At result. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Right there. So that's the one that we need to put back in for the text. I think. Oh man. Okay. Oh, where are we at? Where are we at? We are at, you can do import another plugin or another configuration. And we're nearly at, you can import particular plugin configuration. Oh, you want NVIM comp setup? Boom, you could just import the NVIM comp setup. Or like LSP config. Just straight into your config. Just yoink it. Yoink it. How to write good code? You need to write a lot of it, Bambi. It's nice if other people use it too. Okay, so we should be able to get here, and we're here. So if we have this, I need to... what does this need to return? This needs to return a string that's going to do. Oh, so one thing I need to check here. CSS, NVIM, init, CSS. Let's pause this for a moment. It should be that plugins. It should work if I have plugins like this, and then plugins again like this, because it's CSS, and they should match. Okay, so this works, and we should have sleuth. Right, okay, great. Okay, so that's awesome. So, okay, I know exactly what we can do then. I know exactly what we need to do. Because each of these needs to have some string that it's going to do here, so that's awesome. So when we make this feature filter, what we're going to do now is we're going to say, okay, each of these should have... so let's do like a, I don't care. We'll put it all inside the if statement and we'll sort it out later. Go it up. Are you circumventing Lua rocks for the import stuff? What is circumventing Lua rocks? I don't use Lua rocks like ever. So yeah, we're not using Lua rocks at all. What up, Hansa? Okay. Any of us try to use AI effectively in a way that increases output without ignoring loss of low understandability or unmaintainable code? Don't ask it a question and copy and paste if you want to know the answer. Just treat AI like anything else that you would get an answer from or a book you would read or anything. Okay, so here we've got, this is local plugin name is this. Okay, so now we have a plugin name. Now what do we need to do? We need to do local formatted query is string format this with plugin name, print formatted query like this, and let's just do nothing here. And then let's put this one back here so we can see if when we load this, do we get class Steve. I don't know if this needs to get escaped or not. We're going to find out about that shortly. I guess we can try and compile that and see if it will work. Okay, so then let's go local query is vim tree sitter query parse CSS and formatted query like this and query. Let's see if that works or if that will fail. Query error. Okay, that's what I thought. So when we go to here, we need to escape this like this. And now it will work. Yes. Okay. So now when we have this query here, here's all of the different queries that we need. Hey, thank you, Fenvy. Our major junk is ServiceNow data. Almost got banned on Prime Stream earlier for spam playing the TD game. RIP, almost. Okay, so now we have all of the... This is the thing that we need to return anyways, right? So it's like, okay, so now we have this. We have these queries. I can ban you now. He's got a point. He's got a point. All right, so we have our match source, we have our tag name, we have rule set node, and we have block node. Okay, so what we need to do here is we have our rule set. That's the whole thing, I think, right? Was this going to match? What did we write? We wrote this, plugins, and this class. Okay, so this can just match against the whole thing. So we can go... if matched source equals plugins, then end. Okay, so now we're going to do this. Else error unsupported feature filter here. Okay. And then what are we going to do now? We can just push these inside of here. Table insert query. Okay, so now we have all of the queries that we need to run, right? So this would be plugin queries. Okay, so that's fine. So now we want to do something like plugins and this. What are we going to do? So we're going to say for, yep, and we'll say local text is this. Oh, we can just return, it should just be one, right? Don't we just get one of these? No, we can have multiple. Okay, local text is this. Or we'll say matches. So now we want to do query. Yep. And we're going to go and do for match in query inner matches and rule set node. No. I don't think that's going to be right. Print vim in print match because what is this rule set node even? Spec dot filter. This part is the tricky part. Tag name, rule set IDX. Okay, what rule set is this? This is the whole thing here. Okay, great. Okay, so maybe that actually will work. Because this should hopefully, when I wrote this one, do we match against this? We do not. Okay. So let's try this. And what we're looking for is the class.
Made it properly
Looking for the class.
recursive, Like, OCaml is actually my favorite.
We're looking for the class. Format plugin query class. Yo, what up, Ghost Pants? This is the class name. So then when we find this one, we're trying to get this. Oh, right. We're trying to put this result back in. Okay, so we have the result. That's the one that we want. So we get local. We can say local results. Local result IDX is query.captures result. Okay. And then what we want to do is local result is match this. And we want to say get text of this and match source here. And then we're going to go matches table insert. And we're going to say matches. And then we're going to go string format. And right now, this should just look like plugins. %s. Boom. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Results. Return matches. Table concat. Besides fun, what is mostly just the fun? Unsupported feature filter options. Oh, what did we do? Options. Where is this? Okay, let's see where we are now. Imports here, error detected while this init Lua while doing chunk fail when import 171. 171. Matched source plugins. Okay. Spec dot. Oh, then we would just do if. Oh. Yep. I see. I got it now. We just do this. And then we just do this. Oil. Ah, shoot! It didn't work! I don't know why yet, but... Nothing. We got truly nothing. Needs crab wave to work. Dang, that really brings it back, doesn't it? That really brings it back. Plugins. Print plugins. Matched. Tag name. We'll see where we're at here. Tag name. Oh, this needs to be tag name. Oh my goodness, chat is working. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. Look at this. So we said import oil and Vim only. Let's say we do instead only Kanagawa. It doesn't load oil. Color scheme Kanagawa. It turns it on. If we go here and we say config Lua Vim command color scheme, what colors what Kanagawa color schemes do we have? Color scheme Kanagawa Lotus. Dragon. Kanagawa Dragon. These what? I think this won't work because this one's it does work. So then if you remove this, right? One sec, chat. Everyone figures out what 4 means. Hurry. 4 kids, no problem. 4 o'clock, I need to be done. A little bit before 4 o'clock. 30 more minutes. Okay, so chat, check this out, right? Let's say we have this, and then we have Tokyo Night, right? So we delete this. We put this one here as well. Okay, so right now, we should have no color schemes. We should be opening up default color scheme. And then if we turn this on here, which also this should work here. We should just be able to do this. Then it's going to do Kanagawa. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Like it just works, you know? That's actually so hilarious, dude. It's kind of good. It's kind of good. You know what I mean? Oh, it's actually working. Oh, it's too funny, guys. It's too funny. Look at this. It just has Kanagawa and then it has oil working. I'm the CEO of CSS. Git add, git commit -m. Imports are working. Boom. You can push it. You can see it. So that's so funny because you could just import what you wanted from Kickstart. You know what I mean? Like you could set up a bunch of plugins. You could even have competing plugins. But then people would just like pick and choose the ones that they wanted. Oh, and then this should echo and scroll off. It should not be set. We need probably to be able to do something like at import. Well, you would just set options here, which is fine. So you could just change this one as well, and then you would open this up, and then you would say echo and scroll off 35. Boom. So it works. It imports the options now. So you could just pull all of Kickstart's options in. You don't need to have a plugin registry. It's just Git repos. Right? It would just be Git repos. That's it. You know what I mean? And they're just Git repos, and then you can optionally say a file that you want to import from. Git repos? No, Git repos. Might have heard of them before. This is actually hilarious. I just definitely gotta tweet this. You can import other people's configurations and then filter down to only the plugins that you want to have configured. So you can mix and match other people's configuration scripting scripts. Does Vim implement its own CSS keywords internally? What do you mean? Does Vim implement its own keyword in what? Can it import Lua or only CSS? Only CSS right now. I guess we could try and make it do Lua things too. Like it could just execute a Lua file. We're taking this worldwide. Prestige worldwide. Can I import other people's CS? Yes, that's what I'm saying. So this filters to only be these two plugins. Like that's what I'm saying. So this gets this configuration, but it only executes this much of the code. So it doesn't, well, it does this one and this one. For some reason, I don't think people have NVim configured CSS. Well, I don't know that they're going to either. I just think the feature is cool. There you go. Patrick, this. Goodbye, chair. This right here. Look at this. Kickstart CSS. I just want the configuration for these two. I can't believe it's working. It's hilarious. At first, we thought you were crazy. Now it seems crazy this wasn't done sooner. Yep. No big deal. The crazy thing about this, as an example, is this has a dependency. So it installs its dependency. So like if this one has dependencies, it installs the dependencies. I've encountered a problem with the API with very low rate limits. How can I handle this? Make less requests. So like this has a dependency, it just loads it for you. We could totally do like selectors and stuff inside of this too. So stupid, dude. It's just so freaking stupid. It's really working. Holy cow, it's so funny. You know what I mean? Oh, it's like, oh, you want get sign set up? It's just here. What if options is not, what is options if not a selector? This is called a keyword query. This is an import. This is like regular CSS magic. So it's called a keyword query. But options is the field that I say means setting options. These 90s internet devs were onto something. Okay, what else could we do that's hilarious? Like, so this is a good example, right? You could take this, we put this here, right? Where we say, okay, we have nvim lsp config. So you could say, what I want to do in my config, right, is I would like, right? I want nvim lsp config. And then you could just delete this from your repo, right? And this should work just fine. Unknown block type error, user data 1. Nice, we scuffed it. What did we scuff now? No! Oh, whoops. I didn't put this as a... $35,202. Did I just... Maybe I just missed something in this one. Inspect tree. It's because of this dumb... Okay, so that's... We didn't do the trick then where we switched this when we read them. Import. Read. Fix stupid tree sitter brace. Oh, when we get the text, it doesn't work anymore. That's so frustrating. No, buying more credits is not an option as well because the provider does not have an option. Well, it's like really not enough information. What's the science behind this wizardry? Who knows, man. Okay, so here's the main problem. Because later we're gonna match. Result is if then oops. Oh, we probably should do this for... Okay, nice. Here comes the real question. Temp, go. Yep. Scripting tree sitter. No, it's not. It's because there's a bug in the tree sitter parser, which I don't think I got. I don't think I heard anything back about, sir. No one's responded to this, I'm sure. Yeah. So there's a bug here that I'm running into that I have to like fix by doing goofy things. And it's okay. It's whatever. We just make sure that we... I don't know. Actually, I don't know if we need to do this one then. Okay, we do, because we're going to match against this one again later when we do it. Right. Okay, so that makes sense. Actually, what would be better is inside of where we do spec.filter and we call this, we should do util.fix stupid tree sitter result. And I think that will make it work. Great. Okay, that's the last place I have to remember. Okay, so nice. So chat, I just imported LSP config. What does it do? What does it do? I have an even better idea. I have an even better idea. Chat, wait for this. You guys will not, because you're gonna freak out during this one. Because we can do the exact same move, but watch this. We could say this instead. Let's say we do group LSP, or even better, tag like this: plugins LSP. And we do this. So then we say instead of this, we just say LSP. The accounts are also affecting. Binky, go ask somewhere else, buddy. It was your first time chat and you're just spamming about some weird problem that you have. I can't help you. You know what I mean? Like, it's your first time chat. Just like, we can't fix your problem. You got to contact them and figure it out. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So this complicates things. Though. Because is it a global? It's just a plain value. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out, though. Because if we do this, so first thing is first, we need to match these in our plugin setup here. So when we do evaluate plugin config, which I think is this one here. I want to just group plugins by some like arbitrary name, Petri. So we say, okay, this is just LSP. What does LSP depend on? It depends on these plugins. It automatically calls setup on this. It calls setup with these parameters. Use class identifier. Well, we can use class or tag. Tag name is just fine too. Tag name is just fine too. And then we have some config that we want to run at the end, like calling Mason LSP config setup handlers with this. Right? So then when you want to import it, you could just write whatever Tej is doing with Kickstart and LSP, I want to do it in Lua. We go, this could actually be ported to Lua. You could do it. The main problem is Lua is like too flexible. You have to evaluate too many things. So you could do it by cheating maybe and just like making some assumptions about what people are going to do, but the problem is like you can't just look at the file and see what's going on, right? Okay, so when we're here, plugin spec query. Or we could just call this like group instead, but I kind of like calling it. I can't do like, I can say group like this. Okay, so we could call group and we could call repo. Can I do this? That doesn't work. Okay. And I don't think I can do this either. Doesn't actual CSS not allow nesting of modules now, which can be hot loaded? Like, I mean, if you can hijack the mechanism. We're not actually using anything from CSS for real. Try group without the brace. Oh, wait, are you saying like group like this? It's just plain value here. Oh, we can say this. But I don't think I need to do this. This just feels safe because there's no JS around. There isn't any JS. Group LSP. That's not going to work, I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't work. This is inside of a feature query. So there's limited syntax. We could do this, though. This is one plain value here, like this. CSS as vars. Can you use that? We can, but I don't know how we would do that part yet. Are you saying like, oh, you're saying go like LSP? Like this? I don't think CSS variables are accepted here. This, I don't want to do this though. That's just more confusing. I think just doing this is good, and we can sort this out. We can figure everything out that we need to from here. We just don't know we don't know how to do that part yet. So that's okay. I think this will still load. It just won't have LSP anymore. Right. Okay. So that's fine. Okay. So our next goal is to get LSP working for this. Okay. How can we get LSP working? First thing is plugin specs. At least it silently fails. Yeah, of course. Well, it's not going to match against anything. Later, we can make it error if it doesn't match against stuff, but that's fine for right now. So let's go to where we say deps add, and we can say if plugin.is repo, then this end. Okay, so now all we need to do is we need to set some things to be is repo to false, right? True. Is repo. Is repo. Okay, so now we want to do this same thing here. But we're going to go plugin spec. We're going to say plugin group query. And then instead of doing this, oh shoot. Okay, so that's annoying, but we can fix this. Okay. So we need to take basically this here. So this should find this here. Okay, so we're gonna take, whoops. We're gonna take this thing. I can figure it even with what? Cops called? That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Okay, we have about 5 minutes, and then I gotta go. Let's see if we can get far enough for this. Because the thing that we're gonna do different now is we want to see if we can match this. So this should only be inside of something that is inside of plugins. Right? So this should be something like rule, sets, selectors, tag name, at name equals at name plugins, right? So that should be just this. And this should really be only at the style sheet level. Right? And that should still match this. Okay, so now inside of here, we should have a block, right? Yep. And then inside of here, we should have rule sets. And then it should be tag, selectors and tag name. And this is tag, so that's LSP. And then everything else should be the same that we had before, which would be block and plugin config, which should go here. Block and plugin config, like this. Okay. So we go back to here and we change this to be v, paste that in. Okay, so plugin group query. So when we're here, where was that? Plugin spec query. Okay, so this should be do end, and let's go ahead and do end. And we can say this is for repo, and then this is for group. Okay. All right, so this is get capture IDX. This should be, We don't have a name for this, so this should be, what did I call this instead? Name. This is plugin group query, and we could call it plugin, it's fine. We'll call it plugin. Plugin and plugin. Oh no, this one is plugins. And then this one we can call plugin. Okay. And then we have plugin and plugin config, just like this. And this is plugin group query and plugin group query like this. We're going to match over all of these. We're going to get this, and then this is just going to be false. So now when we open this up again, we should get LSP working. Maybe. Dang. Nope. Did we match anything inside of here? Print match. We didn't match anything inside of here. Get captures plugin. Plugin query iter matchers root node. Oh, evaluate plugins. Is this? Oh, this is okay. That is here. Okay. Print plugin groups. Oh, I know why. Because we're not importing it yet. We haven't imported it yet. Of course. We got to. Let's just paste this back in and see if it works now. Of course. How did I not think of that? Okay, sweet. So we're close now, actually. Unknown CSS value tag name plugins. What? Did we pass the wrong node here? Plugin config node. We must be passing the wrong node inside of here. Plugin config. Block. Set selectors. Okay. Okay. 3 minutes. Then I gotta go. The answer was right in front of us this whole time. Configure company info with CSS. That's actually what started this whole meme. How do you comment multiple lines? GC and then a movement. But I just got here. I know. Okay, so plugin group query. That should be right, I thought. So we're not... Evaluate plugin config. Parser. Text. Plugin name. Config node false. So what's the problem here? Mess here. Error detected here. 197. Eval 197. Unknown. CSS value tag name plugins. Oh no, plugins here. Plugins here. Oh, that okay, this is our whole source. Okay, so here's where we get LSP. Oh, this is eval CSS value. Oh, this needs to be plain value as string. Is true. Got it. Unknown CSS value tag name. What? 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 Plugin groups. Okay, so we're not able to do this for some reason. This really should just be get text here. That might fix the problem. No way. Oh my goodness, chat. Chat. Okay. It worked. Okay. So now we go to here. We get rid of this LSP. This should not be working anymore. LSP. It doesn't turn on. Okay. So now we go back to here. Should be importing LSP. When we go to our imports here, what do we have here? So we have string value here for keyword queries or feature query. Feature query. Ooh, then we can do... this is just plain value, I think, right? plain value. Plain value at tag. Or plain value tag. So now when we have string, this should now error, I believe, because we're going to have one where string doesn't exist. Query error. Whoops, plain value. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, right, like this. Yep. And we say attempt to index a nil value. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're so close. I got to leave zone. If match string IDX, then this. Else, if match tag IDX, then this. Else, error. Unknown match time. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. So this should be block, rule set, pseudoclass selector. No, this is going to be selector. And it's going to be LSP. Selectors. Tag name. Tag name. At tag. Boom. 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 Rule set. Block. Selectors. This. No. Too many. This. No. Too many. Yes. This is all of the rule set. Result. Plugins. Class. Class. This should be tag. Boom. Tag. Tag. Bop, bop, bop. Tag, tag, tag. Results. Plugin name. CSS this. Blah, 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 blah. String IDX. Tag IDX. Main value is string. Date. Formatted query. Oh, it doesn't need to do this. Tag. This format plugin. Oops. Format plugin query string tag. Tag. No. Plugin name, CSS value, blah blah blah, plain value string, blah blah blah, match tag IDX, blah blah blah, get node text. Oh! Match tag IDX source. We're so close. Unknown match time. What? Feature string, format plugin query strings captures tag. Oh, it's the wrong one. Feature query strings. Tag. No, that should work. Feature query strings. Format plugin query string. Format plugin query tag. Equals tag. No, I'm trying to go fast. I have to leave. Okay, fine. One sec, chat. I'll just show you what I was working on. And then we'll come back to this momentarily. Unknown match time. What? Oh, no. That's why. I got it. I fixed it. I'm going to look at chat in a second. Okay. Let's actually try it with the thing. Query invalid syntax. Tag. Oh, too many. Equals. That's too many of these right here. Rule set. Where does this one go to? Result here. Result, rule set. Ooh, right here. I've got too many right here. Like this. Okay, try again. No! I'm so close. Stop. Don't type anything in chat. Oh, I just missed that. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, we'll just yoink this. I fixed it. Okay. Typecraft. Are you still here? Are you still here? Are you still here? Okay. Just a little language you may have heard of before called CSS. Maybe you've heard of CSS before. So this is Kickstart CSS. So we've got our config specified with CSS. But what's crazy about this? This actually imports plugin configuration from a completely separate configuration to the point that it can even import a group of configuration to completely set up LSP with everything inside of here. And then you can continue on and configure the rest of your own plugins yourself. So when I open this, it actually loads this entire thing. It loads this entire thing. Okay, I have to go though. Like literally right now, I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late. I'm sorry. CSS greater than Lua. Wow. Hey. Fancy meeting you here at the end of the video. Just go ahead, give it a smash. You know, wow, the like button. You can make fun of me in the comments for that one. I don't even care because you made it to the end of this video. Thanks everybody. See ya.